Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Arnold. So today we're going to look at Ethereum 2.0. So just a little bit background information. At the moment, Ethereum is created through a process known as mining. So mining basically, another word for mining is proof of work. But then with the coming of Ethereum 2.0, the process of creation of Ethereum is being moved from proof of work to proof of stake. So proof of stake basically is, in short, is whereby the miner who now will be called a validator deposits X amount of Ethereum onto a contract, and therefore by doing that they become validators. In other words, they become miners, and with that they earn a certain amount of ETH for the work of validation. So basically, in short, the move from Ethereum 1.0 to Ethereum 2.0 is basically to create the efficiency of the Ethereum network. So what then is Ethereum 2.0? So at the center of Ethereum 2.0 is what is known as the beacon chain. So the purpose of the beacon chain is to manage the consensus. It stores information of active proof of stake validators in the system, and what message, and it also stores the messages that they send via the chain. It is a thing that the consensus revolves around. So a beacon chain has a connection to the existing Ethereum 1.0 chain. It is a new chain. It is basically an extension of the currently existing 1.0 chain. And so basically, right from creation, Ethereum has undergone a couple of developments. And that's why you hear 1.0 chain, 2.0 chain. And with each development, the main goal is to increase or to improve the efficiency of the network. So the beacon chain is a bridge. It creates a bridge that allows you to move Ethereum and other assets that one has inside the Ethereum 1.0 network, and one will be able to move such through the beacon chain into the Ethereum 2.0 network. So if you have, say, let me say 32 Ethereum in the 1.0 network, you can send your 32 ETH into a contract that creates a chain of cryptographic hashes that you can then use to include into the beacon chain to prove that you did this. So by sending the 32 ETH into a contract, what you're doing is that you're registering as one of the proof of stake validators, and that basically makes you one of the participants in the beacon chain consensus. Beacon chain keeps track of the validators in a pool. So basically, the beacon chain basically is the manager of the one of the managers of the mining system for the Ethereum. So it basically does the management work. So as a validator, one essentially becomes one of those who have come forward to uphold the security of the system. Hence, the consensus of the network runs between these validators. An active validator runs a piece of software on their computer, and this piece of software is connected to a network. The software has cryptographic key inside it. The cryptographic key signs messages, basically identifying blocks in the blockchain that are going to be correct. Validation has some rewards, and currently it stands at between 2 to 6% of the deposit value annually. So that is in reference to validators who are online. So if one is doing validation but they're offline, then the reward that they get is a little bit lower than those who are online gets, and it's 3/4 of what those who are online get. So one thing is that if your node does something wrong, then you get penalized. So as a validator, basically you'll be running a node. And if your node does something that is wrong, then you get penalized for that. So the more Ethereum one puts in, then the more data one will be able to verify. And that translates into higher rewards in terms of earnings. So as we've seen with the move to Ethereum 2.0, then a lot of power will be given to common folk who are willing to come forward and become validators. So what then makes Ethereum 2.0 special? One, proof of stake allows a blockchain to process a very high number of transactions without requiring any individual node to process many transactions themselves. So basically, this is decentralization. Proof of stake allows the blockchain to process transactions in a decentralized manner. And with decentralization, as we have known, there's certain benefits of decentralization. So Ethereum 2.0 promotes decentralization in the processing of transactions, and that is done at a very high rate. Number two, validator with low amount of ETH, example 32 ETH, does not have a high cost for staking, while a validator with high amount of ETH deals with such high cost. Therefore, small validators are favored. So this is something for small validators, as we've known with the current system, it basically favors big boys. But with Ethereum 2.0, this is for small validators. The small validators are favored. So one of the main goals of Ethereum 2.0 is to promote decentralization of the Ethereum network. The consensus is spread out among various validators, and therefore there is not one single validator doing all the validation. One thing is that such decentralization improves the security of the Ethereum network. As you've seen with the current system, is that you've heard of the current system being hacked, or the current system probably experiencing certain challenges. But imagine a situation whereby everybody throughout the world is given a part to play in the validation. Everybody with a computer throughout the world is given an opportunity to do the validation, and not just one single computer locked up somewhere does the validation. That makes it almost impossible to hack all those computers spread throughout the world in order to mess up with the process of validation. And that then becomes a solution to the current problem that we're experiencing, whereby you might hear a certain retailer talking about their database being hacked into, and credit card information being stolen, and you don't know where your credit card information is. But with the process of decentralization in the Ethereum network, that will become a thing of the past. So it also does away with the possibility of one single large actor or validator dominating the Ethereum network. It makes the common folk become the validators. So the rollout of the Ethereum 2.0 is going to come out in different phases. So there is a phase 0, which is proof of stake. So at this phase, one can deposit ETH. At the moment, it's a minimum of 32 ETH, and try out the system, which is basically staking. So the chain at this phase doesn't have much functionality. The main goal here is that the chain can launch and people can try out using the chain. You can deposit ETH and move them around to see how the staking will work. So this is basically just a testing phase. Then there is the phase 1, which is data sharding. So this means the shard chain start working, except all they're doing is verifying data. They are not verifying transactions or running smart contracts or not verifying validity of transactions. All they're doing is verifying that data that has already been published. So phase one is already being used in some blockchain applications. And the next is phase two, which is state and execution. So this is where the smart contracts will come in. The verifying of transactions will come in. Running of smart contracts will come in, and the full functionality of the blockchain will start being seen in this phase. Then comes phase three and beyond. So phase three and beyond will just be further scaling, further improvement on the technical upgrades on Ethereum 2.0 to make it much, much more efficient. So what then is the goal of Ethereum 2.0? The goal is to enable the use of the blockchain technology to become at par with the current existing traditional system. At that point, the goal is that the question will be, why not put this on the blockchain? Today, the way blockchain works is that the scalability is limited to 15 transactions per second. And privacy, in many cases, is almost non-existent. Therefore, not many applications can survive on such a platform. Therefore, the goal of Ethereum 2.0 is to bring the blockchain technology to par with the current existing traditional system. So one way of doing that is improve scalability. So basically, that will be to increase the number of transactions per second that happen on the network, and bring it up to levels that can be used to power parts of the global economy. So the current 15 transactions per second is not sufficient, and with the current Ethereum 2.0, we are talking of tens of thousands of transactions per second. That is still not enough, but it's a major stepping stone in the right direction. With Ethereum 2.0, we are talking about a system whereby when you send a transaction to a merchant, the duration that the transaction takes to be processed will be the same amount of time it would take that merchant to process a credit card transaction. And so basically, Ethereum 2.0 is aiming at moving the blockchain to a level whereby it will be at par with the current existing system, and even go way beyond the current existing system. So the current existing system already now has a competitor, and Ethereum 2.0 is aiming at increasing the efficiency of the blockchain to make the blockchain become the best alternative to the current existing system. And the other goal of the Ethereum 2.0 is to cut down the cost for such transactions to rates much lower than those of the card companies. For those who have probably done large card transactions, the fees sometimes can be quite high, and even if you're moving money from one point to the other. Let me say you want to move money, you want to withdraw cash from your credit card, or you want to do a debit card transactions. The fees at the moment are pretty high, and those are some of the things that the blockchain is aiming to eradicate, thereby making blockchain the best option. And as we've seen before, the question will be then, why not use a blockchain? Why not put this on the blockchain? And as we know, cryptocurrency is basically divided into two parts. There's the coins, and then there's there's the coins, and then there's what is basically there's the coins, which is basically the money, and then there's what is known as the tokens. So Ethereum is one of the what is considered money, is one of the coins, and with that, basically it is money, and with it, it is money that is going to replace what you know today as money. And with that, we come to the end of this video. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.